It's always tricky to explain a project in only 3 words, but if I should try to do it, I think that the first word that comes to my mind is memory, and that is for 2 reasons. One reason is that I have based the project partly on older ideas or looking at predecessors in early Italian industrial lighting design. And it's also connected to the material because I was commissioned to work with glass. And glass is a material that has a memory. When you treat it, the material stays in the same shape, even when you keep treating it. Then you can see sort of scars in the material over time that I find really interesting. The second word, I think, is process, and that is, of course, connected to that you work with the material, and that the inspiration for this light comes very much from me being in the glass workshop. And the third word is then obviously material, I think, because material, the glass material, it is unique, I think, in that sense that it gives a lot of inspiration in itself. The process, how you work with it, generates ideas in a very, I'd say, immediate way. So I think that sums up pretty much the project in itself. And in the creative process, when I've been working with a project, I think what has inspired me is very much that I've been working so much in a glass workshop before. I've been in a glass workshop since I was a kid, basically. And I think the light now that I have done for FontanaArte, it's very connected to that. I have used the concept of making optical modes, or the use of optical modes that you usually use to create these kind of air bubbles or pockets within a glass material inside the glass. It's very magical in itself and very beautiful, of course, but I sometimes like the pre-stage, the stage before the bubbles are made, because what you do is that you press the hot glass into a mold that has these kind of nails or unevenness that creates an uneven surface that could look, I mean, in many different ways, but maybe like this. This is made with a roller, for example. And then you dip the glass one more time and add another layer, and this unevenness, they create these bubbles. But I think this stage is very beautiful in itself, and that served as the inspiration for this new light for FontanaArte, and we started to experiment with different kind of relief patterns that we could use for the lamp, and tested different kind of surface treatments. And we stopped somewhere here. This is some kind of netting that we pressed against, and then we used the matte glass surface, and then we started to look at more bigger patterns, so to speak. And what you can see is here that the material and how you have treated the material, it relates very, very much to light also, in a very subtle way. And the end shape, it's of course a concept that could work for very different shapes. We have started to make one in 300 diameter. This is sort of a pre-test of it that I think is interesting and very nice. And then the patterns will be added onto this. But it could of course be also bigger sizes, smaller sizes, different shapes, cylindrical, for example. So it is a concept that has many, many possibilities in the future. I think it's really fun with heritage, and FontanaArte is one of those companies that really has the heritage. If you look at them historically, they've always had Ponti as a sort of first star, designer star or architect star that they have collaborated with. And we are really gifted today to sit in this environment doing this interview, because this is the Italian Institute of Culture in Stockholm that was designed by Ponti, and where you find many of his furniture and his typical design. And actually this place served also as a big inspiration for me in FontanaArte. I really wanted to connect my work with Italian culture to see if there was a connection between the Swedish way of designing or Swedish design traditions and the Italian. And there I thought it was interesting to study a building like this situated in Stockholm but made by an Italian that has so strong connection also to the company history. And I remember also when I stepped into the head office of FontanaArte for the first time, and you saw all the drawings and all the sketches from older projects, and you could really sort of sense that this company has a history and a story to tell, and I really want to be part of telling that story in my way, if that is possible.